Lockdown was never gonna be easy. No one ever said that. But bloody hell, did I not expect it to hit me in the face the way it has. Destroy parts of my life, restrict me so much, and put me on edge. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a work enthusiast. Because of that title, I thought this was gonna be pretty easy. I was soon proven wrong. So today, guys, because of the crap week I've just had, I thought I'd share it with you. So you know you're not alone in your desperate plead for help. We're all struggling, and I think in these times of need, it's important to share our stories. So here's mine. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Focus of Future channel. I hope you guys are having an amazing time. I hope we are surviving through this absolutely weird time that we're going through at the moment. If you're new here, welcome aboard. Welcome to the Focus of Future channel. I hope you are having a good day. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button to join the community, making sure you're hitting that like button if you're looking forward to what I'm about to do. Obviously, this video is about coronavirus and me explaining the story of the last week of lockdown, so if you're not interested in any of that, please use the video up above to learn a bit more about me. But apart from that, guys, I hope you're having a good day, and let's jump into me telling my story of the last week of lockdown. Now, I remember, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, a month ago I'd say, when everyone was like, oh, coronavirus. Well, what's that then? And people were like, oh, it's just a cold. It's just pathetic. You know, you get a sneezy cough and, you know, you're a bit ill, but everyone will be fine. We'll all be fine. You know, nothing will happen. And now people are generally, panicking, stockpiling. We're in lockdown. We can't leave our homes. And this is being called a war by many other countries. Even the US, which have declared themselves extremely powerful, are struggling. It just proves how quick situations can escalate. And it's escalated so quick to the point where I didn't even know how to be prepared for this, to be honest. I knew at some point we were going to go into lockdown. I knew at some point we were going to have restrictions put in place. And I knew at some point there was going to be an outbreak of this virus in the UK. But to no extent did I expect it to get this far. On the date of recording this video, the UK have called in 3,000 more reserve troops to deal with this virus, just proving how serious this really is. Three or more temporary hospitals have also been put in place as part of a Nightingale formation, which is unprecedented. The government have never had to do that again since wartime. But because when all this started, I thought to myself, I'm a work enthusiast. You know, I can just get through this by focusing on my work, you know, doing whatever I need to do and not really thinking about it. I was like, you know what, I will get through this. This should be pretty simple for me. And I'm better off compared to most people. That's what was going through my head. And I still am better off, but it's definitely hit me a lot harder than I thought. I consider myself quite emotionally strong, quite organised and quite ready for most challenges that come my way. But this one, completely threw me off track. It's only really today and yesterday that I've actually took control of my organisation and become a bit more productive. Because I'm not going to lie, recently my productivity has been a wave of up and down, up and down. I've not been able to keep a schedule, and half of the things I wanted to do last week didn't get done. There's actually one thing on my to-do list that's been there for 14 days now, and it's still not been completed. And I think I'm not the only one in all this. I think many of us can relate to that pure just uncertainty and unorganisation that this has been. And I'm not good when I'm not organised. So that's just one way it's affected me this week. And last week was a bloody joy and hell at the same time. So let's jump back to last week Monday, when these regulations come into full-blown action and we were under law lockdown. It was the law that we had to stay in our homes and we could only leave for essential purposes. Now, when Boris Johnson put us all on lockdown, I was kind of happy. I was like, finally, he's made the right move. He's done what is very hard to do, and no Prime Minister ever wants to have to do it, but was very necessary to make sure we lower the spread of this virus and, again, protect our NHS, which you've probably heard everywhere. So I was happy. I was like, finally, Mr. Boris has done what he should have done like 5 days ago. But at the same time, it hit me how much this was going to affect people's lives and how some people weren't going to get through this. But again, I didn't really think I was going to be one of them people who was going to be struggling. And realistically, it's not even the fear of coronavirus or the fact that we could die, I could get the virus, my friends could get the virus, they could die, or I live with an elderly person. It was the pure fact of loneliness. The fact that I wasn't going to see people for an endless time. At the time, I didn't know, and I still don't know when I'm going to see friends again. And that started to hit me. And that really hit me on the chest harder than I thought it ever would when I realised that. Because I was like, wait, so that means I'm not going to get a hug for several weeks. I'm possibly not going to be able to communicate with people effectively for the next couple of weeks. Because as good as technology is and as great video calls are, quite frankly, they're not any form of emotional connection, and no chemicals flow for a phone. So you can talk as much as you want for a video call, but biologically and psychologically, it doesn't really provide you with the socialising that you need in your daily life. And when that hit me, my anxiety levels triggered, and straight away, that happiness that I felt for Boris Johnson doing it soon went away, and I started to feel lonely. And that was only the first day of lockdown. I was thinking about some of my friends who have asthma. I was thinking about people who don't have any stability in their life or haven't got any hobbies, or all them hobbies involve going out the house, and was very worried for what they were going to do with this time that they have to themselves. There's people out there who just, I'm not going to lie, don't have the skills to be able to prepare and be ready for the challenges that were facing us at that point. And just thinking of that made me anxious. It even kind of makes my tummy flip over now. However, at that period of time, I knew that if I didn't get myself together and I kept thinking about other people, this was going to crumble me. And it was time to kick myself up the backside, stop being an emotional git, and try and get on with things. So, Tuesday comes around, I'm ready, raring to go. It's time to kick myself and get going. I make a plan, I make a schedule, I know what I need to focus on, and each day now I've been making a to-do list of things I want to do in that day and trying to complete it to my best ability. If it's not complete, it's a bit ionic because I've got way too much time on my hands. So, Tuesday goes well. I know that I need to focus on YouTube, I need to focus on doing research for college, and making sure that I'm mentally and physically healthy. One of my top priorities. And that kept me going for pretty much Tuesday and Wednesday. I had an anxiety attack both of them days, but I was fine. But still, that feeling of loneliness was still there. And I couldn't get rid of it. And it was really starting to mess with my head. And I mean, really. Now, I've gone through a stint of pure loneliness in the past when we weren't under pure lockdown, where I just felt like I had no one. I managed to get out of that stint, and even that stint was tough, and at that point I could go and see people and I could go and talk to people. And I soon remembered how much that affected me. And I was about to go into a pure state of I couldn't even leave the house to talk to someone. So if loneliness affected me when I could go and talk to people, how the heck was I going to deal with this when I couldn't talk to no one? Now, I'm one of the lucky ones. I was a Future Youth Zone provide me a counsellor, and my counsellor agreed to talk to me every Tuesday at 1 o'clock, which is a consistent thing we're currently doing. So I was lucky in that term that I got to talk to a professional every week, once a week, which was more than most kids could even dream of. But then something really hit me. Really badly hit me. I started to miss someone in my life that I don't think I ever thought I could miss. Now, ages ago, before I renewed my brand, before I renamed my brand, before I did all the changes I've done recently, I made a video about a relationship breakup that was very dramatic. It involved someone running away from home. And I went through a dramatic relationship and whatever. Now, this person really hurt me, and I was very pissed off at this person. And I never thought in my wildest dreams that they would ever pop into my mind ever again, and I don't think I even thought that I could ever miss them. Well, this week, that proved me wrong. I started listening to songs from this ex that we listened to as a couple, which brought romantic moments as such. And they played around with my head, and the amount of times I've just switched on music that has been emotional and just bursted into tears has been quite a few times. And as much as I have very good control over things like that, I couldn't stop myself. I couldn't resist switching on that music and listening to songs that I knew I shouldn't be listening to for my own well-being and mental health. But I was. And now let's remember, this girl cheated on me, this girl ran away from home, and generally caused so much chaos in my life, I can't even explain. But I was missing her. Genuinely missing her. Like, missing her more than my own family. It was kind of ridiculous. And at this point, I really did drop. So, yesterday night, after all the dramas of last week, having an anxiety attack nearly every day, and generally just getting upset and missing this girl that, again, I never thought I could miss ever, really. Yesterday, I was like, you know what, I'm going to take a day off of work today. I'm not going to do any work. That bloody to-do list that I had going, I was like, you know what, I'm not doing any of it. I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to play games all day and just chill. I knew my videos were all recorded and all ready to go, so I didn't really have to worry about that to any extent. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to take a day off. And I did. I didn't post on Instagram, I didn't update anyone, and the day was completely chilled and relaxed of me just playing games all day, which was, I ain't going to lie, kind of amazing. I haven't done that in a very long time. And I set out 4 things that I needed to keep doing to make sure that I got through this period of time which was going to be absolute hell. And I knew I needed to keep to if this girl wasn't going to take over my mind and I wasn't going to let loneliness literally cripple me. So, here's these 4 things in a nutshell. First one is what I call a 30-minute work rush. This is first thing in the morning. Now, obviously, I'm lucky. My computer literally lies right at the end of my bed. I sleep there. Yes, I know, weird. So I can literally just sit up, move over here and work. Like, I don't need to move any further. So what I do now, every morning, instead of going downstairs, eating breakfast and having a coffee, I now come here and just sit here and get work enthusiast. What I mean by that is, instead of going down there and thinking about what I'm going to do for the rest of the day, I automatically switch my mind into work mode. And I sit here for 30 minutes and do any work I possibly can. And that just gets me in the spirit. It stops me thinking about the girl. It stops me thinking about anything else. It stops me making really bad judgment of what I should be doing for the day. And I know now that I have to work. And there's no choice about it. So, yeah, that's one thing I'm doing. And it's working quite well. Now, another thing is just sitting in the garden whenever possible. Just getting that fresh air that I urgently need. And, I mean, I was doing this anyway, but I've made it a bit more persistent. Next thing is, when I want to cry, just cry. No point holding it in anymore, because at the end of the day, I'm never going to be able to hold it in. So, I literally, when I want to cry now, I burst into tears and cry. Like, there's nothing stopping me. And the 4th thing is staying productive. Making sure that I have a to-do list, I have something to do each day, and I do it to my best abilities. Keeping videos coming up for you guys, which is something I love doing, and making sure I'm providing my best self, pretty much. So, they're the 4 things I've been doing, and you can include them in your daily life if you want to. They're not strong pieces of advice, but I just thought I'd explain how this week's gone and what I'm doing now to try and fix it, to make you guys feel a bit more light, so you know that you're not alone in all this. Because trust me, even someone who studied mental health for a very long time and gives you advice 3 times a week on this stuff, I'm struggling, and this is not easy. And I generally can't wait for this to be over. The government haven't actually told us when this is going to be over, and to be honest, I don't think they know themselves, because this virus is so unpredictable, and I don't generally think this is going to be the first wave of it. I think we are going to get another wave of this, and until we get a vaccine, I don't think this is going to end. So we just need to hold on tight. But I'm going to be making videos consistently because I literally have all the time in the world. So you can expect to see content quite consistently on here. But yeah, I'm pulling myself together after the week I just had of missing someone I never thought I was ever going to miss. And now I'm on target, and I'm trying to work on a website, and I'm trying to make sure that you guys get the content. I'm also trying to prepare for my college course. And yeah, I'm on a stable path again. But I thought I wanted to be honest with you about how the last week has been, and generally how rough and tough it's been on my health. Anyway guys, I do genuinely hope that you guys are all safe and well and doing what the government have advised us to do, as hard and rough as it is. But apart from that guys, I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll catch all you dudes next time for hopefully a bit more of a positive and happy video for you guys. Watch out for tomorrow.